In the opening scene of A Bride for Christmas, Jessie Patterson prepares for a wedding with her fiancé, Mike. Vivian and some of her friends surprise her with a bridal shower and gifts to congratulate her on the upcoming ceremony. Weirdly, she does not seem to be happy as a bride. Vivian seems to know why, so she encourages her and hopes this time around she will not turn him down. Jessie hopes so too. At the wedding, her friends, family, and well-wishers are already waiting in church, while her mother Susan assists in dressing up. Anxiously, Jessie asks the difference between love and being in love with someone. Susan believes it is not the right time for such questions, so she encourages her to marry him, even if she's not sure about her feelings for him. They get to the church, and her dad walks her down the aisle. She pretends to be happy after seeing how delighted the groom is. However, as they approach the altar, she ends up running out of her wedding, leaving the groom shocked beyond belief. Everyone is surprised and disappointed. In the next scene, she busies herself with work in her apartment, which she shares with her sister. Vivian comes to check on her and wonders why she turned him down this time around. The jilted man is heartbroken and believes she should not have accepted his proposal. Jessie feels awful because it is the third engagement she has called off. It's beginning to look like a pattern. This makes her decide never to get engaged again. Vivian thinks this shouldn't be the solution. She simply believes she has not met the right guy. Jessie wonders if that's true, but still vows she is done hurting men. We see another man named Aiden with his friends and co-workers Matt, Charlie, and Stu playing a poker game. Aiden wins and brags about being good at everything, but Matt reminds him that he is not good with women. They all tease him about dating several women without successfully getting serious with any of them. Although Aiden doesn't mind being single, they taunt him for not being marriage material and never being able to get a lady to commit. With this new turn of events, Matt suggests he proves himself by agreeing to a bet. If he can get a girl to say yes to his marriage proposal by Christmas, he'll win Matt's corner office. If he loses, he'll trade his office for Charlie's cubicle. Christmas is just 4 weeks away. Will he be able to get a woman? The next day, Jessie visits Mike to apologize and return the ring. She agreed to marry him because he proposed in front of thousands of people. Not willing to accept that she is leaving him, he believes her acceptance is a good sign that they belong together. He refuses to accept the ring and gives her more time to think, even though she knows she will not change her mind. Back to Aiden's office. He is finalizing a deal with one of his clients over the phone when Matt joins him. After his call, he reveals some renovations are being done to his office and hopes he is still in for the bet. He tries to suggest some girls they work with, but Aiden declines because they're not his type. For this deal, he chooses the lady by himself. They decide to meet at an art gallery. Later, when Jessie and Vivian meet, Jessie reveals Mike did not take the ring. Shocked that Jessie kept it even without intending to consider Mike again, Vivian is convinced that she needs her to practice saying no more often. Jessie's problem is that she hates confrontation. But after a lot of encouragement from her friend, she is willing to give it a try. She promises to return the ring at the right time. The two head to an art exhibit, which happens to be the place where Matt and Aiden are headed. The girls' goal is to scout more clients for their interior design company. As Vivian leaves to get them a drink, Matt sees Jessie and decides to approach her. Since she's not there with the man, he suggests showing her around. In her habit of not being able to say no, she agrees to go with him. Vivian joins them and reveals she's just getting off a broken engagement. But Matt is willing to work things out. Seeing that he is adamant, she reveals she has sworn off men, dating, and marriage. Hearing this, he has no choice but to give up. He tries to shift his attention to Vivian, but when she reveals she's gay, he totally gives up on them. When he leaves them alone, Vivian believes she has revealed she has taught Jessie how to say no to a guy. Then she leaves in search of a potential client. Matt meets Aiden and wonders if he has found the perfect girl. But he has been busy admiring the work of art. He convinces him to pursue Jessie. He initially wants to decline, but seeing her from afar makes him reconsider. He feels she's attractive and interesting. What makes him finally accept is when his friend reveals she turned him down. He leaves to meet her. When he successfully gets her attention, she reveals she is into interior decorations with her sister. He suggests they hang out later, but she declines his offer as many times as possible. He then proposes that she do a professional consultation of his apartment for interior design. As she tries to decline again, Vivian joins them and accepts on her behalf, giving him their business. He promises to email his address as he leaves them. Vivian is proud of her being assertive, because now Aiden did not get a date with her, but a business consultation. Meanwhile, to win the bet, Aiden needs to step up his game to get a date with Miss Assertive. Will he be able to win the bet? In the next scene at their office, Jessie wonders why her sister accepted Aiden's request. Her reason is that he is a potential client. She sees this as an opportunity to be financially independent and afford her place. She decides to do it for them. Jessie meets Aiden at his apartment, which is sparsely furnished. She learns a little about him during the consultation, but keeps it professional as much as possible. She suspects he and his friend had a bet, because they both asked her out. He is shocked, but denies the fact that he's aware of Matt's encounter with her. She tries to avoid them discussing relationships, and while she is trying to get some of her past designs from her bag, her engagement ring falls out. Aiden immediately assumes that she is married, but she reveals her failed engagement, which made her swear off relationships. Unfortunately, his hopes for winning this bet are dashed because of her past. Vivian and Jesse visit their parents. Susan loves the decorations and appreciates them. Hank joins them, revealing Mike was there earlier to fix their kitchen pipes. He didn't fail to mention that she is still in possession of the ring, which to Susan is a good sign to reconcile with Mike, because she does not want her to give up on marriage. In the next scene, Aiden is disturbed that he will not be able to win the bet. Matt mocks him because he knew all along that Jesse was unavailable. They see their friend in his cubicle, being teased by one of their staff. The same cubicle Aiden gets if he loses. Aiden is not ready to admit defeat, and does not want to end up like him. At the office, Jesse tries to put things in place. Vivian wonders if Aiden has reached out to her, but he hasn't, which may mean that he has changed his mind. Their doorbell rings and Jesse leaves to get it. Surprisingly, it turns out to be Aiden, and Vivian welcomes him gladly. He discusses her design ideas, and she shows him some of her designs on a board. He wants her to work in his apartment. This means she has to buy some of the furniture at the store, and he suggests he goes with her. Jesse tries to decline, but when Mike unexpectedly drops in at the same time, she sees it as the perfect excuse to avoid lunch with him. So she takes Aiden along to the furniture store. While furniture shopping, Jesse avoids being too close to him. While checking out some of the furniture they plan to get, they begin to build some chemistry and discuss their mutual love of horror films. Aiden mentions he was alone a lot as a child, but does not want to discuss more about his past. He wonders who Mike is, making her reveal he is her ex-fiancé. To Jesse, finding soulmates is not real, and she's done looking for Mr. Right. Later, they have tea, and he can't help but imagine how busy she will be soon, since Christmas is just a few weeks away. He asks about her view of the event. She reveals carols are her favorite part of the holidays. He goes to the piano in the bar and starts playing the first Noel. Jesse is transfixed, but is soon interrupted by Owen, who happens to be one of her ex-fiancés. He is with his wife Sandy. When he leaves, Aiden wonders who he is, and she reveals he is one of her exes. He is surprised, and even more surprised to hear that she has 3 failed engagements. She is not proud of that, so she quickly leaves before he starts judging her. He gets discouraged by her past, and he is even more convinced that he will not win the bet. Aiden gets pizza with his friends, and he informs them of Jesse's past. He believes he can never stand a chance with her. Charlie suggests he finds out what they have in common. When he reveals they like horror movies, Matt, who believes they cannot end up together, suggests they bond over it. The next day, Jesse oversees the furniture load-in at his house and notices he doesn't have any family photos. Aiden mentions his parents are divorced, but he does not want to dwell on his past. He wants to know more about her. Jesse volunteers at a dog shelter, making him remember his dog Luke. Luke is the only family that he keeps a photo of. Still waiting for another delivery, he suggests they see a horror movie together. Unfortunately, they are shockingly interrupted by the delivery man. When Jesse explains her day to Vivian, she suspects a romance is brewing. However, she denies it because she's not ready to be committed. Meanwhile, Aiden also tells his friends the same thing at their game night, and they joke that she is perfect for him. He still thinks it will be unbelievable to win the bet. After they leave, he is all by himself on his couch. He picks up his couch pillow with a dog inscription and thinks of Jesse. In the next scene, Jesse is at the dog shelter attending to some of the dogs. Her boss joins her, revealing that they have a new volunteer, whom she is to show around. Surprisingly, it turns out to be Aiden. She wonders why he decided to volunteer, and he claims she inspires him. She is impressed at how good he is with dogs. They take one of the dogs, Jake, for a walk. On the walk, he talks more about his parents. They sent his dog to the pound after their divorce, and ever since, he has tried not to get too attached to anything. Mike shows up unexpectedly to try and convince Jesse to set another wedding date. During their conversation, Jake gets loose, and the 3 run after him. Mike tries to stop Jake, but he ends up falling. After the dog walk, Jesse reveals how she knows that her exes are not her soulmates. It is simply when they proposed. He is not convinced yet, because he believes it is normal to get cold feet. However, Jesse believes that moment should be the happiest someone has ever been, so you can't get cold feet. He now understands what she means. At home, Jesse reminds her sister of their game family night, but Vivian has a date, so she will not be attending. Jesse is about to leave for her parents' place, but Aiden stops by because there are some people in his house. She apologizes for forgetting to inform him earlier, because they are there to get his floor refined. So he will have to wait for a few hours till they are done. He decides to eat out, and suggests she accompany him. Since she is going to her parents' place, he decides to tag along, bragging about having a reputation when it comes to poker. She also brags about her reputation, and they end up challenging each other before leaving for her parents' house. On getting there, Jesse introduces Aiden to his parents as her client. Susan is taken by his charm as he offers to assist her with the cookies. He even compliments her cooking skills. Susan sees this as an opportunity to try to reveal how single her daughter is, when she discovers that their visitor is single. She believes they're a perfect match, before leaving to get them more cookies. Jesse tells him her mother loves scrapbooks and documentaries. He looks through old scrapbooks and sees Jesse in a wedding gown. He can't help but admire how beautiful she is. Susan joins them, and she suggests they sing Christmas carols while Aiden plays the piano. They are having so much fun, until the moment Mike shows up. He is surprised to see Aiden, because Susan invited him. This shocks Jessie, who clarifies that she does not need pressure in making her decision. Her mother apologizes for inviting him. Family game night turns into a high-stakes poker match. When it's just Mike and Aiden left, Mike adds his van to the pot, and Aiden calls with his car keys. Mike wins Aiden's car, surprising everyone. As he drives out with Aiden's car, Jessie promises to talk to Mike about returning it. In the next scene at Aiden's office, he meets Matt and reveals he wants the bet to be off. He has seen that she is a great person, and he is already falling in love with her. Matt wants him to admit defeat before he can call off the bet, but he refuses to do so. At the shelter, the man who adopted Jake angrily returns him. This does not please Aiden, and he argues passionately with him. Seeing this gives Jessie the fireworks moment. She knows this is true love. She is impressed by his actions, and surprisingly kisses him as he approaches her to discuss Jake's situation. He doesn't stop her, because he is in love with her too. When Jessie gets to the office, she meets her sister on a call with a new client who referred to them. Jessie can't help but say that Aiden is the one. Seeing how convinced her sister is, Vivian advises her to find out by asking him to marry her. She decides to give it a shot. Meanwhile, Aiden tells Matt about the kiss, and he feels the same emotion that Jessie does. Matt, however, is worried that Jessie has too much baggage, and he will need to deal with a lot of issues with her. This discourages Aiden, who hopes she is not toying with his emotions. Aiden walks into his apartment, which Jessie has finished decorating. It looks like a cozy home, topped off with a large print of Aiden with his dog Luke. He is overwhelmed. Suddenly, Jessie asks Aiden to marry her. He never expected this, and he remains speechless. He accepts her proposal, and they kiss. Later, Jessie tells her mother and father about her engagement to Aiden. They're surprised, but hope it'll work out this time around. After congratulating her, she suggests her mom begin planning the wedding for her. Meanwhile, Aiden also reveals to his friends that he is engaged, who are shocked at the turn of events, but happy for him. Matt is surprised, and glad he called off the bet. They discuss it, but Mike is there for a job interview and overhears everything. He sees it as a good opportunity to get Jessie back. Meanwhile, Jessie's wedding plans are in full swing. Seeing that she has finally decided to settle down with the man of her dreams, Vivian encourages Jessie to inform Mike of her upcoming wedding. On her way to break the news, Jessie bumps into Mike, but she does not realize that she is about to hear the most heartbreaking news. Mike gladly reveals that he's aware of her engagement. Then he reveals that Aiden had a bet on her. She finds it hard to believe, but decides to confront him. When Aiden gets home, he is surprised to see his bride-to-be with her wedding dress. He tries to joke by mentioning that it is bad luck if he as a groom-to-be sees her in the wedding dress. Not in the mood for a joke, she confronts him, revealing that she is aware of the bet. Since the cat is out of the bag, he sadly reveals it was a bet at first, but he is now in love with her. Angrily, she ends things with him, dragging her wedding dress as she cries. The irony of life, what she does to others is now her reality. She bumps into her second ex, who reveals he is engaged to the lady with him. To make matters worse, they promise to invite her to their wedding. As they leave, she realizes how all her exes felt when she broke up with them. In the next scene, Jessie is devastated, and Hank comforts her. He reveals that before Susan married him, she turned down 3 other proposals, so it's okay to wait for the right one to come along. Jessie, inspired by her father, returns the engagement ring to Mike and finally ends it for good. She reveals her engagement is off. This makes him hope they can get back together, but she believes he deserves someone that loves him as much as he loves them. Back at Aiden's office party, he has moved to Charlie's cubicle, since he lost the bet, and he's crushed. Matt tries his best to cheer him up. Susan visits him with some cookies. She convinces him that he can still get Jessie back, and she plans to assist him in achieving that. At the dog shelter, Jessie takes care of the dogs as usual, and even wishes them Merry Christmas. Then she discovers Jake has been adopted, and wonders who the new owner is. In the next scene, Jessie and Vivian visit their parents for Christmas. They're surprised to see him in a suit. On entering, they are also surprised to see their reverend father, and to top it off, their mother is gorgeously dressed. Surprisingly, Aiden shows up. Then he reveals he does not regret the bet because, without it, he would not have met her. He confesses his love to her and asks her to marry him. Jake joins them, and she's surprised to see he is the one who adopted the dog. She gladly accepts his proposal. All their friends, who have been hiding, jump out and congratulate them. The 2 lovebirds get married in front of their family and friends on that beautiful Christmas morning. The couple wish each other Merry Christmas, and they kiss for a new beginning.